Hello everyone, it's great to be here with you today. There are my group members. They are Zhenxing Wu, Jingwei Shi, Liu Liu, Yanan Ding, and me. Let me direct your attention to the screen. This presentation is divided into 4 parts. I want to begin with the introduction of news and the company. And then Zhenxing Wu will move on to explain more about the global standardization strategy. Next, Jingwei Shi is going to have a discussion about the localization strategy to transnational strategy. After that, Liu Liu gonna talk about the transnation strategy. And finally, Yanan Ding will give a summary. To get started, let's take a look at news here. MengNiu Dairy offered 1.5 billion Australian dollars to buy infant formula maker Bellamy's Australia in an all-cash deal. And on December 23, 2019, Australian organic milk powder brand Bellamy declared that MengNiu's acquisition of Bellamy's equity delivery has been completed. Bellamy officially became a member of the MengNiu family. MengNiu's acquisition of Bellamy is an important step in MengNiu's global strategy, achieving a win-win situation for the two companies. For MengNiu, Bellamy's brand position and supply chain are critical to MengNiu. For Bellamy, the acquisition can grow Bellamy's sales in Australia and the broader Asian Pacific, which means MengNiu is an ideal partner for Bellamy. Its China's distribution and success provide a powerful platform and lay the foundation for the development of Australia's organic dairy and food industries. Talking about MengNiu, as we all know that MengNiu is one of the leading dairy product manufacturers in China. Furthermore, since 2012, MengNiu has entered an international route. It has reached strategic cooperation with Arla of Denmark, Danone of France, White Wave of the United States, and Assure Quality of New Zealand. The whole industrial chain of large-scale dairy product integration, R&D, production, and sales. The main product of MengNiu are 5 series of liquid milk, yogurt, ice cream, dairy milks, and cheese. Benefited from product innovation, active brand marketing, and good sales execution. Sales volume growth. The group's revenue was 79 billion RMB, an increase of 14.6% year-on-year, of which liquid milk revenue increased by 14.3% year-on-year, and milk powder business revenue achieved 30.8% year-on-year.
Thanks. So for the evaluation of strategy, I'm going to talk about the transition from international strategy to global standardization strategy. The global standardization strategy focuses on increasing profitability and the profit growth by reaping the cost reductions that come from economics of scale, learning effects, and location economics. Besides, following a standardized approach helps companies aim focus on a uniform marketing mix, especially focusing on one single product that provides enough room for quality improvement. By emphasizing on one uniform product, staff can be trained to enhance the quality of the product, attracting manufacturers to invest in technology and equipment that can guarantee the quality of the standardized product offering. Finally, standardization also supports positive consumer perceptions of a product. If a company enjoys strong brand identity and a strong reputation, choosing a standardized approach might work to its benefit. Positive word of mouth can mean an increase in sales around the globe. Then, should all industries adopt a global standardization strategy? The answer is obvious no. too many companies have paid a high price for not taking into account local customers' preferences and government requirements. For instance, Disney, as a large multinational enterprise, lost $92 million in its Hong Kong Disneyland due to underestimated local responsiveness. This strategy may only work in industries producing commodity-type products that view universal needs, where price is a competitive weapon, and there is more difference in consumer tastes and preferences. Microsoft, for example, offers the same software programs around the world. Talking about MengNiu, as one of the leading dairy product manufacturers in China, it was an obvious choice for the company to go abroad, with expected that the fast-growing market in China will have a big impact on the supply chain of dairy globally. It went through a transition from international strategy to global standardization strategy. At the early stage, it produced products first for the domestic market and then selling them internationally with minimal local customization. As time goes on, the great export amount of dairy led to the company to achieve economics of scale. In other words, the company grows and the production units increase. It provides a better chance to decrease its costs. Then the company has the most optimum settings for their goods, which are the low labor cost and the best milk sources in China that help to gain location economics.
Next, the transformation from localization strategy to transnational strategy will be discussed in this part. By comparison, it's not hard to find that these two strategies both require high local responsiveness. That's to say, for the organization with these two strategies, they have customized goods or service so that they could provide a good match to taste and preference in different markets. Additionally, the only difference between these two strategies is that the cost pressure of transnational strategy are intense while localization strategies cost pressure are not. Thus, this kind of transformation focuses on achieving lower cost while ensuring high local responsiveness. Here is an example for the transformation. IKEA is the world's largest furniture retailer that's familiar to most of us, which offers a variety of home furnished products. IKEA defined its business vision and the chain mission that our vision is to create a better everyday life for the many people. Our business idea supports this vision by offering a wide range of well-designed, functional home furnishing products at price so low that as many people as possible will be able to afford them. Through this passage, it's clear that the international strategy of IKEA should be the transnational strategy, which focuses on both low price and high local responsiveness. However, when IKEA entered into Chinese market, one of the main issues was that its price, considered low in Europe and North America, were higher than average in China. Price of furniture made by Chinese local stores were lower as they had access to cheaper labor and raw materials. When IKEA realized this point, it began to implement a strategy revolution from localization strategy to transnational strategy. IKEA lowered its price by employing local labor, getting local resourcing of materials, mass production, and trimming supply chain costs. Overall, compared with localization strategies, the main advantage of transnational strategy is that it can help organizations to cut down their expenditure. For MengNiu Dairy, the transnational strategy is also likely to be the most suitable strategy after it acquired Bellamy.
I will introduce the transnational strategy. The transnational strategy are actually a combination of global standardization strategy and localization strategy. Let's start with advantages and disadvantages of transnational strategy. As I mentioned before, transnational strategy are a combination of global standardization strategy and localization strategy. So advantages and disadvantages are also a combination of them. Therefore, the advantages of a transnational strategy are: first, achieve low cost through location economics, economics of skills, and learning effects. Second, differentiate the product offering across indicate geographic markets to account for local differences. Third, foster a multi-directional flow of skills among marketers, subsidiaries in the firm's local network of operations. And the disadvantages of transnational strategy is cost pressure are intense and the pressures for local responsiveness are intense. MengNiu's products are milk, which is more standardized than many products. Therefore, the first strategy adopted by MengNiu is to deviate from international strategy to global standardization strategy, because more standardized products need to get more profit through cost reduction, which is exactly what global standardization strategy can do. However, if the firm wants to further develop, the demands of the public will be very important. And although standardized products can bring the cost reduction, they cannot increase the sales. If we want to minimize the cost and maximize the profit, we must make different strategy for different regions. If local responsiveness are intense, we have to differentiate the products in the region. If the local responsiveness are not intense, we can make standardized production in the region. The most important part of transnational strategy is operation. Better operation can minimize the costs and maximize the profits. Worse operation will lead to maximize the costs and minimize the profits. And the most important thing should analyze is local responsiveness. High local responsiveness need to do the differentiation to the products and lead to the sales increase and the profits increase. Low responsiveness need to standardize the production and lead to cost reduction and profits increase.
Although transnational strategy makes profit, it's not suitable for all the company. Raise ABC Tissue as an example. The company behind well-known and trusted brands of toilet tissue, facial tissue, kitchen towels, and napkins. ABC Tissue Products is now the leading tissue paper products suppliers in Australia. For them, they produce standardized products simply because people don't have particular different needs of toilet paper. So no matter they provide goods to which country, the product line will not have big difference. That's to say the transnational strategy is not for such industry because they don't need to differentiate the product offering across geographic markets to account for the local differences. Instead, global standardization strategy can be used to them. And compared with these manufacturers that produce standardized products, some retired companies are required to do some differentiation because they focus on broad targets, and in order to meet the needs of customers in different regions, they need to appropriately adjust the product structure in different regions because the customer portfolios are very necessary for them. Not like those MengNiu industries, customers have so many choice in retail industry. And that's to say the retail stores have to provide the customers the service to local customers according to the characters of local market, instead of adopting standardized products, or they will lose their customers. And let's raise an example of Costco.
Costco entered in Chinese market by offering the high-end liquor called Mao-Tai to attract the local customers. Because Mao-Tai is very popular in China, people cannot easily buy it with original price. So Costco offers relevant low price for the customers. And what's more, Costco's main competitor, Sam's, did not provide such liquor. So it makes Costco involved into local market better and gain some market shares. Also, in the global standardization strategy, economic of scale, learning effects, and local economies can be used to reduce costs and improve profitability. It's not necessarily feasible because the cost of export may be high. Different countries have different political environments, and under the influence of different policy factors, some export tariffs will be high. At the same time, the investment rejections under the policy environment are also different. So some countries encourage foreign investment, and some countries refuse to import or export. Above reason are for increasing export costs. Although MengNiu's acquisition of Bellamy is a successful case, not all companies can refer to its operating model. Each company needs to make adjustments and changes according to the situation of its industry, finding the most suitable way to increase profitability and market share and build brand awareness so that the entity could gain the customer loyalty. And thank you for watching.